I had just turned 16 when I moved from Malaysia to Minnesota. I was so excited to have a brand new start in the state, but I was also nervous about living with my older sister and brother-in-law. My sister and I had a strenuous relationship when I was growing up, maybe because of our age gap. She is 10 years older than I am, and I have an older brother that is 13 years older than I am. The first couple of months of living with my sister was hard. It was a new place, and I had to adjust to a brand new lifestyle. I had started a new school in New Prague, Minnesota. I was going into high school, and that was the first time I'd ever used a locker, and it took me forever to get it open. I was so used to carrying my books everywhere at my old school. The new school that I was enrolled to compared to my school back in Malaysia was luxurious. The classroom had sturdy walls and AC. A fall, my old school was held together by woods and nails. Of course, it has become a lot more sturdier now. Meeting new people was definitely a challenge for me when I was 16. I was the shy, quiet kid. I kept to myself a lot. Needless to say, I stayed at home a lot, and it drove my sister nuts. She never understood why I always stay at home during the weekends instead of hanging out with friends, because when she was 16, she would always be out with friends. Growing up in Malaysia, my parents was always scared for my safety. Every time I asked to go hang out with my friends, I would always get the answer no. I guess after all those years of asking, I just assumed my sister would say no. Therefore, I just don't bother to ask permission to go out anymore. When I was young, I was always afraid to stand up for myself and speak in public. Living with my sister was tough. We were complete opposite of each other, not only because of our age difference, but our personality as well. And we had fought a lot. She saw me as this annoying little sister who was used to having everything handed to her, and not knowing how to take care of herself. Thinking back, she was right. I was very sheltered from the world, and I didn't know how to handle a lot of things. For example, there was one time my sister asked me to make coffee. I had never used a coffee maker before, so I thought, how hard can it be? Needless to say, I put the coffee grounds in the wrong area, and I broke her coffee pot. She was furious. Living with my sister and her husband for 5 years definitely had our challenges together, but I think those challenges is what brought us closer. Even though living with my sister, moving away from my family, and starting a brand new life at the age of 16 wasn't easy, but my sister was the one who stood by me through it all. She had taught me to get out of my comfort zone even if I didn't like it. She taught me to make my own decision and that my mistakes are mine to make. Through her, I learned how to stand up for myself and for what I believe in. Because of her guidance, I am a strong and confident woman.